What is this? What is this woman that we are reading about?
So-
Is Dale a woman?
Is Dale?
Isdal.
Is Dale a woman?
Is Dale seasonings good?
Yeah,
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
So I took a break in this afternoon. I was doing a little bit of research, putting my antennas up, and I came across this case. This is just as a disclaimer. Young children, go ask your parents because some of this is a little bit graphic. Do you guys know anything about it? Isdale?
I've never
I have
heard of it.
never heard this.
So it's in Norway, but everybody, we don't know.
It's a woman.
We assumed. No, it was a woman. The case is kind of still open, but not really open. It's one of those ones where they're like, oh, well, maybe it's something or maybe it's not. But on November 29th, 1970, a man and his two daughters go hiking in Isdal, and they were in a place called the Ice Valley, and it's sort of remote. It's in Norway. They're just hiking. Normal family outing. All of a sudden, one of the daughters says, "What's that doll doing over there?"
Creepy.
The dad looks over. It's a woman wedged between two rocks.
Oh no.
Yeah. He immediately is
How old is it? Is his daughter?
we're talking like 5-6 years old.
Okay.
Enough to like remember this for the rest of their life. Probably. He's like, we got to get out of here. He calls the cops. They get out of there. The cops go. They show up. The woman is burnt to a crisp.
Golly.
At the site, they find a watch, some jewelry, some glass bottles like from a soda or something like that, and some other stuff that was just sort of around. They start examining. They say, okay, we need an actual detective. So the cops show up. They call a detective out. The detective starts examining, and the first thing he points out is he says, the front of her is burnt. The back of her is not. This is
Ooh.
weird.
Ooh.
So he starts looking.
Okay, I would hate to be a detective.
Dude,
I couldn't deal with stuff
some
like
of
that.
this stuff
Why?
Seeing a crisp person, a person burnt to a crisp, I couldn't do that.
So if you don't know what happens when
The
somebody is
smell. Think
Yeah.
of the smell.
Just get COVID.
oof. If you don't know what happens when they get burned really bad, their body goes into they call it a boxer position.
Oof.
Basically like this. So
Yeah.
she just picture a boxer if you're listening.
Because the ligaments and the
Yeah.
muscles contract.
Yeah, they contract, make up fists, put them in front of you. The detective is like, okay, I got to figure out what's going on here because it looks like she was very recent, like still smelling bad, obviously.
It's rough.
As he's examining her, all of the tags of her clothing, you know how you have a little label in the back
Yeah.
that tells you the brand and all that was torn off.
Okay. I do that.
You go around tearing off-
found him.
You go around tearing off burnt women's
No,
tags?
I tear my clothes tags off.
Are you a burnt woman?
Oh, yeah. And don't you ever say I did.
Yay. Oh my. But everything was rubbed off or torn off. They find the bottles next to her. All the labels are rubbed off. And they say, okay.
Do you do that too?
Maybe.
You're
Don't
weird.
judge me.
You're very weird.
I don't want to know what.
Brand you're drinking?
Yeah.
Or others to know?
Blind taste test, brother.
Find out if you have COVID. It's Pepsi. Nope. RC.
RC and a moon pie.
So the detective figures that out, and he starts looking around the crime area. Like I said, she was wedged between two rocks. When he showed up, he also saw that the watch and the jewelry were placed like in a little display next to her. And everybody was like, what in the world? Because when you set somebody on fire, all of them goes up. And They did find traces of gas or petrol, depending on where you're from,
Yes.
around her. But how would it only burn the front of her and not the back of her?
The rocks, duh.
So they end up taking her body, getting her to a corner, trying to figure out who she was, what she was doing there. They find out that when they do the autopsy, in her stomach is sleeping pills, and like a lot of them. They said between 50 and 70. Like a lot of sleeping pills. They continue doing the autopsy. They examine her lungs.
There's sleeping pills in there too?
No. They find out that there's
naproxen sodium.
No, there's different
Naproxen.
damage when you it's not like smoking damage. There's different damage when you breathe in like lit gasoline, and they were able to find out that she was alive during the time and was breathing it in. So the pills hadn't killed her yet. She was probably just out cold.
Well, at least she was knocked out.
Yeah. So they were instantly like, okay, we're not going to let the public know because we don't even know who this woman is. They couldn't tell. Her face was just too far gone.
What year was this again?
1970.
So they didn't have DNA testing then.
They were trying to figure it out. All that leads to them just being like, we don't know. Like, we don't know why the watch and the jewelry is up here. We don't know why the bottles are here. We don't know why everything is being, taken off of the clothing for brands just being, whatever. We don't know why. Well, a few days later, this is one interesting thing. They were able to get some partial fingerprints off of her, even though she was still burnt up. I guess her seizing up kind of shielded them. A few days later, the police are called to a luggage area on the railway station that's like, give or take 20 or 30 minutes away.
Do they know how long she was there?
They estimated that it was within 24 to 48 hours based on the decay.
Yeah.
And that's just what they thought. So a few days later, the police get a call because in Europe, if you leave a bag, they treat it like the airport. Like, hey, call somebody. We don't know what this is. They show up immediately. They start doing their normal thing, dusting for fingerprints, trying to figure out whose it is. The fingerprints come up to match hers, but those suitcases were not there until some random person just dropped them off. And back then they didn't have great cameras. They just see a guy walking with it, dropping it off. He had a glove on and just leaving. Don't know really who he is. They opened it up. Inside they find wigs, more clothing with tags cut off, different currencies and different coins. So from like all these different countries, and glasses. And then they find a notepad filled with coded writing, and only her fingerprints are recognizable on the thing.
A bit more complicated than Cicada 3301.
I guess this one's real stakes here. So they start taking it to a cryptographer, looking and being like, can you decode this? What is this all about? They figure out that it was functional, and written in it, as far as they could tell, was a bunch of dates, places she's traveled, sort of like an itinerary of what she had done, assuming this is hers. And once they finally cracked it, they got a pattern that started coming through, and it showed that she had extensively traveled through Norway, through big cities, through smaller cities, and going through like the major European stops. But they still couldn't figure out who she was, where she was from. They did figure from her teeth.
Greenland.
No. They figured from her teeth. I don't know how they did this. For the life of me, I could not figure out how they did this. They figured that she was from Germany.
I know, obviously, a way to find who somebody was through dental records.
Yeah.
I know that. The majority of everybody knows that.
Yeah.
How they can figure out what country you're from, odd.
I have no idea. So
I mean, you can't tell if someone's British from their teeth. So,
I mean, that's true. I mean,
so,
that's not a lie.
so it's not that hard to believe.
Man, Germans don't have that, so it must be from Germany. So they go through the luggage again.
The dirtier, the better. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
You don't? Oh man, it's the Levin chick off of Stranger Things,
Yeah.
and she's holding a carrot, and she goes, "The dirtier, the better." I always say, and she does this real big smile, and then the internet's comparing her to the claymation character, the guy with the dog that loves cheese. Something and Gromit.
Wallace
and Gromit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're comparing her.
Gromit.
They put that guy's face up there, and it's like uncanny. I mean, it's like uncanny.
No idea.
Oh, it's so funny. To get back on track,
They start going through the luggage again. They find a bag from a shoe store, and I'm going to butcher this name, from a town in Stavanger. Don't know.
Germany.
Sort of.
Okay.
The witnesses, they go to the store and they're like, hey, has a woman with this bag, because it was an expensive bag, has she come through here? And the workers are like, yeah, she came through here. She was very well dressed. She had very poor English, though, and she sounded German or she spoke German and Flemish. So everybody's thinking,
Flemish.
yeah, that's some German dialect or something.
Huh.
I don't know.
Never heard that before.
What, Flemish?
Yeah.
So the police begin
Weird.
like creating the case for her. The police eventually trace her to hotels where she had come in, and they are like, okay, why is she going to every city, just staying there, has no business there other than sitting in hotels for some reason. Obviously, they have records of her checking in. She checked in under multiple different names, they found out, with different passports. She has all this money from different countries, and she is going all over Norway for whatever reason. Everybody on the side of the detectives and everybody working the case eventually find out that she had 8 identities.
Nice.
Like, she literally had stashes of different things at different hotels.
I wish I had multiple identities. Get away from the government. Clip that. I want them to hear.
Get this.
I will not. I'll keep it out. I'm censoring you.
I quit.
All of them turn out to be fake. All of them turn out to not be real people. So she never used her real name.
Well, yeah, of course they'd all be fake if it was fake identity.
It'd be even better if they were real, but they were obviously not her.
Just like stolen identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even to this day, nobody can figure out her name. No relatives have ever come forward looking for her. Nothing has ever come forward. Now, with more recent...
That sounds like the way I want to be.
it-
Government doesn't know who I am.
And your family doesn't care about you?
Yes.
Wow.
Man, that's messed up. So everybody's thinking, she's obviously a spy.
Yep.
That's where everybody goes to. She's a spy. She
Got
got caught by somebody or tried to get out of being a spy,
Yeah.
and she got basically.
Yep.
So now in more recent times, they, I guess for whatever reason, kept her teeth. And they,
Well, I mean, that's the only way that they knew
yeah.
how to find her.
And they're currently doing more tests on it to figure out what and who she was. I don't know what they can gain.
Well, I can tell you what she was. She was a person.
Hopefully.
Maybe she was a
Lizard.
lizard.
Yeah.
person.
But
Still a person, just a lizard person.
with the multiple identities and all that stuff, everybody's saying this is Cold War espionage. She was,
Yeah, I mean, it was like right in the height of
she's
Cold War. 70s.
she's out there. For some reason, the top set of teeth have been misplaced, or so they say.
Of course, and that sounds like another case of
The Smithsonian. Oh,
This is from who?
spy v spy, black versus
The
white.
Smithsonian.
but I sort of like these mysteries. Not that I like what happened to her. Obviously, that's a horrible way to go. But
At least she was knocked out first, supposedly.
that we know of, yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. I would hate to go out that way. Obviously, burning is horrible.
It is the most painful way to die.
You think so?
It is the most. It's scientifically proven
Huh.
because you feel everything.
So my last question for you guys is: if you are a spy,
Yeah.
how would you keep from this happening to you? That's a horrible way to say a question. How would you keep? Would you off yourself? I would. I don't think I could. Maybe I mean,
How would I keep that from happening?
yeah.
Well, it sounds like either
Because I think she was a spy.
either
personally.
she took the pills or she was force fed the pills. One of the two. There's only two options
Yeah.
how those pills got there.
Well,
What's the third,
Well-
Jeremy?
there's infinite possibility.
in infinite realities.
Okay, so
I
you're telling
actually-
me.
I actually had
So you're
something.
telling me she laid there with her mouth open, and
No,
a
no.
mouse brought one pill
70
possible.
pills.
into
Like,
her
Possible.
stomach.
It's possible. But no, I actually was gonna say something, but then I was like, that's kind of like the first thing you said, so whatever. Which is she took it, but she didn't realize she was.
Yeah. I think the crazy thing is somewhere at some point somebody knows her real name. They're probably dead by now. But
Probably.
Well, if it was 1970, if
Yeah.
they were a full grown adult,
Yeah.
30 years
they're
old.
probably gone. Maybe. Maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe Hitler's living in Argentina.
No, he's dead.
Maybe.
Hitler.
No, he's dead.
I don't know. He had a lot of occult stuff, man.
He's dead.
Maybe. Possibly. Most likely. Yeah, he is. Anyway, I liked that case because I like stuff that's still a mystery that we haven't figured out, knowing that somebody somewhere knows it, but the rest of us don't. And it's like a scavenger hunt.
How did she not burn in the back?
That's the mystery. They don't know.
So, how charred was she?
they
That's
could
pretty
not
graphic.
tell her face. Like, they could
So
not get
it
a
was-
facial recognition on her.
Pretty charred.
Yeah.
Pretty black.
Very much like the one guy.
So if her back wasn't burnt, she still had the back side of her clothes left.
yeah. That's
it
how
was
they.
a very hot, intense,
Yes.
quick fire.
But it's weird because they did find gasoline around her.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody wanted her to burn and she just didn't for some reason.
Okay, so when you said that her body was wedged in between two rocks.
Yeah. Like somebody threw her in between two rocks.
Okay, so her side was wedged in, right? It wasn't like her back was facing the
Yeah.
sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if two rocks were here, kind of just squeeze.
It wasn't a long fire because if it was a long fire, the clothes would be gone.
Right.
Her back would be more burnt than what it is.
Yeah.
So it was a very intense.
Yeah, it had to be like an
quick fire.
intense flash fire.
Yeah.
Almost.
Somebody said it could have been a case of where just to get her unrecognizable, you know, those blow torches that are hooked up to like a propane tank.
Yeah.
Use that just to get rid of the face and then just dipped out of there. But
I mean, if she was thrown in the crack and the crevice of the rock, and there was still clothes attached to her, then either the clothes were melted to her, depending on what the clothes were made out of, nylon or something, or
something,
or
something like
whatever.
that. Which that happens to a lot of burn victims.
Yeah. Or there was some remnant of a sleeve or something, or a pant leg that was able to keep it attached.
Right.
I mean, gasoline, yes, gasoline is very, very flammable, obviously, but it's not hot enough,
right,
and it's not intense enough,
right.
It will burn very quickly, though, but it's not hot enough. So, geez, I mean,
it's just a weird case.
The propane torch makes sense.
And they had those back then. It's old tech.
But at the same time, if you're hiking out in the woods, you're lugging a body.
Yeah.
And
either you lug them up there or you force them up there.
Or you burn them beforehand and then you bring them up there.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this place, it was like a hike. We're talking like 2-3 miles in. It wasn't like something, just walk out in the woods.
So it was more than likely done there. Where whatever it was done there.
That's what I think.
They could have even met up there. Didn't have to carry her. Maybe met up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I think it's the whole spy thing. Just because of the currencies, all that stuff, or it's a professional hitman that just throws random clues that lead to nothing, red herrings.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean the blowtorch
I don't know how you'd red herring her personally going to places with different names.
Yeah. Stop poking holes in my ideas. She's a spy. That's all I think.
Well, just Hitman called her up and said, "Listen, I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am, but I need you to go to these places and don't use your real name.
Yeah.
Don't you ever say I did.
Thank you and goodbye. I'll meet you up on this mountain in 10 days after you do all that."
Yeah. But
it's crazy.
It was a hitman. We proved it.
And a lot of weird stuff happened during the Cold War. A lot of weird stuff happening right now.